cycle of the tip. Joe.
So here we are in the red corner. Den Muangchan, 17 years of age, standing at 170 centimeters tall with an official weight of 105.2 pounds with 40 fights to his name.
We have Den Muangchan in the red corner, and in the blue corner we have Yod Kumarn. So we do have a slight height advantage. However, we have seen the shorter man win recently. Will it happen again? We are going into round number 1, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. And like we said, the first few rounds of these 5-round fights end to be a little bit slower to get that information, but already some hard kicks landed by Den Muangchan.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Yod Kumarn brings to the table today, because this really is a tale of height taking on experience, with Yod Kumarn being the more experienced of the two. And already you can see the experience shining through, tripping Den Muangchan there. And that's what you need to do. You need to break the confidence of the taller fighter and take out that supporting leg. So great work there by Yod Kumarn in the blue corner, who I think in the first and second round will be looking to take the head off and taking the gas out of the tank and the foot off the front pedal by puncturing that front tire, Jimmy.
Yeah, definitely a psychological warfare to trip your opponent, because you're not landing the most damaging shot, but you are landing a shot that is making your opponent get up from the canvas. It's psychological warfare. You're putting them down on the floor and you're forcing them to get back up, to get back into the action. So very nicely done by Yod Kumarn. And also, if you're the smaller fighter, you want to prove that the taller fighter is no match to you and it's not going to intimidate you. And as we say that, Den Muangchan throws a beautiful 1-2 down the middle.
But right here, it's very 50-50 in the stance. You know, Yod Kumarn just trying to edge his way forward and get into that leg kicking distance, but he's just having a little bit of trouble getting there because of the length of Den Muangchan.
Very nicely done by Den Muangchan to constantly throw that teep out to Yod Kumarn and just constantly push over onto his thigh.
And that's right, just like you're pushing flies here in the back room here.
There is a mosquito going round, and I am not quick enough to get it. Not as quick as Joe Comerford Muay Thai, and no one as quick as Den Muangchan to block that sweep by Yod Kumarn. So maybe Den Muangchan is starting to read Yod Kumarn a little bit better now.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Jimmy. Sorry for cutting you off there, but Den Muangchan really pushing that teep out beautifully and reading the timing on Yod Kumarn, trying to disable the opportunity for leg kicks there. So here we up. Oh, that is the end of round 1. So fairly action-packed round there between a taller and more experienced fighter. So a tale of height versus experience. We'll be back in just a moment.
Usually these 5-round fights, first round or 2 tend to be a little bit slower, but that was not a slow round. We are now in round number 2, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds here at Omnoi Stadium in Samut Sakhon. In the red, Den Muangchan, and in the blue, Yod Kumarn.
A nice little teep to the leg to keep Yod Kumarn at bay. And you just see the sneaky little teep to left kick there from Den Muangchan. A very good strategy. He doesn't teep too high and he doesn't teep too low. What he does is he aims for the brim of the shorts right there just above your pelvis to create annoyance in Yod Kumarn. A very, very sneaky but effective strategy there from Den Muangchan.
Yeah, it's a veteran move to attack the hips of your opponent. It affects their movement, but it also disrupts their kicking ability as well, because it starts to almost add rust to your hips in the fight. Very nicely done. And we see Den Muangchan really coming alive now, using his range a lot better to land those body kicks as well.
Well, that's one of those attacks that are really underrated, Jimmy, is the teep. You can use it defensively but offensively, and you can see Den Muangchan, whilst Yod Kumarn is trying to move forward, Den Muangchan is using it offensively as well, using it as a spearing attack. So very underrated attack from Den Muangchan.
Den Muangchan now pushing the pace, pushing Yod Kumarn onto the back ropes and also sending those knees. And he catches the kick but eats a right hand in the process. The referee quick to pry them apart and bring them into center ring. 1 minute 12 to go in round number 2.
And there's that spearing teep again from Den Muangchan.
And a big left hand, Joe, there maybe sends Yod Kumarn into the ropes. Was he off balance or was he rocked?
And he slapped down the arms and brought that left knee up too as well, Jimmy. Great hand control there by Den Muangchan, really controlling the biceps and showing who's boss.
Early round, Yod Kumarn was the bully, sweeping Den Muangchan. Den Muangchan is now starting to push the pace, and like we've seen very often in this afternoon of fights, it's the bully that is now being bullied, and Den Muangchan is now pushing the pace once again, and a beautiful elbow upstairs by Yod Kumarn.
Yeah, great work there by Yod Kumarn inside the clinch. Just slipping the arm through. Oh, spearing right knee with an elbow over the top from it. Den Muangchan really controlling the clinch action here. Great bicep control and push off. And that's why another underrated thing in Muay Thai, Jimmy, is hand control. That is the end of round 2. But I'll talk a little bit more about hand control as we go into round 3. So make sure you stay with us for round 3. Everything, Jimmy. If you're into combat sports, that's top quality gear. So here we are for the next round of action. Den Muangchan taking on Yod Kumarn. Round 3.
Usually the third round is the faster round. The information has been downloaded, but have they upgraded their software in the middle of the rounds? We're going to see in just a moment. That's that hand placement you were talking about. Yod Kumarn slaps the elbow down of Den Muangchan and sends an elbow upstairs.
And it's always better to be on the inside. As you can see there, it's a little bit 50-50 in that last little exchange, but Den Muangchan getting the better of Yod Kumarn on the inside there, placing the inside on the biceps, and then he could send the elbows sent through because he could slap the arm out of the way and send a sharp elbow up the top.
And we're seeing that just now as you were speaking about it. The hand placement and the hand control, both of these fighters, is very methodical, and a lot is happening in such a short period of time.
And you can see Yod Kumarn now, it's not the position that he wants to be in. He wants to be on the inside of that clinch so he could control the action. He could turn, he could knee, he could send an elbow through, but he's just not quite getting the best hand placement within those clinch exchanges. And there you can see from that last position of hand control, Den Muangchan turned and sent a knee through, and he slaps the arms down again and sends that sharp left knee through. Beautiful work there by the taller of the two.
Yeah, Den Muangchan is starting to come alive and start to whip those shots in, and every shot he is throwing, he's landing right at the end of the shot. And what I mean by that is the power is generated by how long it takes to travel, and Den Muangchan is landing these whipping powerful shots to Yod Kumarn, as Yod Kumarn is now trying to close the distance here in the clinch.
Great nullification there by Den Muangchan, putting that foot on the inside of the thigh of Yod Kumarn on that last exchange, just shutting down any spearing knees coming his way by Yod Kumarn.
Less than a minute to go of round number 3, Joe, and it looks like Den Muangchan has found his timing very nicely, and he's starting to keep Yod Kumarn on the outside when he's landing, but then a sweep by Den Muangchan, but it does not count. You cannot hip throw your opponent like that, but very nicely done, and a nice right hand landed upstairs.
And a bit of nullification in the action here. Stalemate inside that clinch. We're back in the center ring. Good step up knee there by Den Muangchan, really using the height to his advantage here, like using range and distance very effectively here at Omnoi Stadium. And that is the end of round 3. We'll be back in just a moment. Make sure to stay with us for this action-packed bout. Den Muangchan taking on Yod Kumarn.
Round scheduled for 5. We have got the 4th round coming up, scheduled for 3 minutes. They've now got the information on one another. How are they going to implement it, sir? If you're just tuning in, this is the third fight of the afternoon. Den Muangchan in the red, Yod Kumarn in the blue. Both fighters now in the clinch already.
And you could see Yod Kumarn trying to go for another hip toss there, but got nullified by Den Muangchan. And of course, our upcoming bout number 4, our main event, Mon Praram taking on Tanunan at 103 pounds. Mont Praram, the Channel 7 champ. So he's a very big name, very big prodigy in the stadium circuit. Oh, knee for knee here in center ring. Tries to go for the hip toss again from Yod Kumarn.
It's been tick for tack so far during this round. Both fighters going very hard to the body with kicks, trying to set up that big elbow upstairs on the inside of the clinch. Less than 2 minutes to go of round number 4.
Here we are, a bit of a nullification there by that stall from Yod Kumarn, but giving it back to Den Muangchan as they get brought back into center ring. Big right kick there from Den Muangchan. But it looks like Yod Kumarn's trying to initiate the clinch exchanges now, but getting shut down by Den Muangchan there in that exchange.
Referee breaks him apart, brings him center ring, and a big left kick lands by Den Muangchan. And an elbow on the inside as well. Yod Kumarn once again grabs Den Muangchan into the clinch, and they go to the canvas. Yod Kumarn ends up on top.
And so what you see now, Jimmy, is you see Den Muangchan trying to protect his points, not get into close exchanges with Yod Kumarn. So he's just using his defense right at the moment because Yod Kumarn's looking very desperate here, trying to rack up the points with the knees and get into the favor of the judges and the punters by pushing the clinch, because that's what the punters like to see. They love to see clinch action. But Den Muangchan doing a fantastic job of shutting everything down.
And Den Muangchan, the balance was great. I mean, he held onto the ropes on that one just then, but Yod Kumarn attempted the sweep. Den Muangchan stays, and there it is. As I was saying how good his balance is, Yod Kumarn says, well, you know what, Jimmy, take one of those, and he sweeps Den Muangchan in the process.
It was a very Super Bank-esque sweep there, one for the reels. So here we are, back against the rope, and Yod Kumarn still trying to initiate the clinch exchanges, but Den Muangchan shutting him down. I think Den Muangchan thinks he has this in the bag already, Jimmy.
Absolutely, he does. He's definitely boxing like someone who's very confident, but we see Yod Kumarn do it one more time. Definitely trying to prove to Den Muangchan, I don't care that you're taller, I can take you down. And he goes for the knee, and as you said, Joe, that is called plowing in Muay Thai. And that is the end of round number 4. We're going into a 5th. Who is winning this fight? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't go anywhere. I mean, in the first round, we saw the sweeps of the blue corner, and then in the next 2 rounds, it was the red corner, and then the 4th was possibly the blue. So it could be a 50-50. We're going to see in this 5th and final 3-minute round, Den Muangchan in the red, Yod Kumarn in the blue. Yod Kumarn very active in the first with the sweeps. Then Den Muangchan controlled the second and the third, in my view. Yod Kumarn possibly the 4th, so the 5th one. I'm excited for this one, Joe. What's going to happen? We're going to see.
Well, you just saw Yod Kumarn try and go back to the old tactic of sweeping his opponent off his feet. Den Muangchan shutting that down and giving it his own, but Yod Kumarn trying to stay stable and show that he's got balance here in center ring.
And that referee straight into the mix, nearly takes a knee of his own. Beautiful refereeing, of course. And now back into the action as both fighters are in the clinch. The referee pries them apart and brings them central ring once again. 2 minutes to go of round number 5.
And it looks like both gentlemen might think that they have it in the bag here as the referee tells them to continue the action. I mean, Yod Kumarn really turned the tables in that last round with those dramatic sweeps. You know, often that is something that can really sway the judges. It's a big show of dominance. While it doesn't always necessarily score, second criteria, dominance over your opponent, it really did showcase that, I thought.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, it looks like it could have been an even fight, and when you're in an even fight as a fighter, you already think you're winning the fight, or you already think you've won the fight. So I'm not surprised that both of these fighters are now trying to protect their points, because once you're in a close fight, you think you've won it. You don't think you need to do much else. So that's why it's up to your corner to really give you that information. The referee doing his best to try and get them to engage. Then Muangchan, I think, has done a beautiful job. But Yod Kumarn, like you said, may have turned the tips, may have turned the tables. What do you think, Joe? Who do you think is going to take this one home?
Well, it's a bit too early to say, as we've got 50 seconds to go here, Jimmy.
That's right. Who can dance the best in the next 45 seconds will give you that answer, Joe.
Well, Saturday afternoon fever, just like John Travolta. Whoa! There's a bit of shuffle action there from Yod Kumarn.
So who is winning the dance-off at this moment? I think Yod Kumarn is definitely winning that dance-off.
Is he going to do the robot? We'll see in just a second. A bit of shadow boxing there from Den Muangchan.
The mystery of chess boxing. Who is going to take this one home? I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm going to go for the blue corner, Joe. What about you?
I might agree with you. I think the turn of the tables, those dramatic sweeps in round 4 might have just been enough to give it to Yod Kumarn. What a performance. Let's see who has it in just a moment, as our referee collects the last scorecard. And it's a draw.
Wow, exactly what we thought. It was even going into the 5th, and I guess that's what happened. Beautifully done by both of these fighters. Maybe that's why the referee was trying to get them to engage in that 5th and final round.